Hello, everybody. Welcome to Estrada's podcast. We are here in Sicily, Italy, all together. So there's a new studio, as you might be able to see. And we're so excited today just to be together. This is our first podcast here in Italy. You'll be seeing many. And yeah, there's definitely a different energy here, and it's really nice. So today we're gonna recap the chakras. Over the last 2-3 months, we've been doing mostly work on the chakras, talking about all 7. And there are more than 7 chakras, but we just went over the basic ones. And yeah, so maybe briefly we can discuss, why are all of the chakras important? Sometimes people will just focus on the heart chakra or the third eye or the crown, but all of them are important because they function together, and that is how you get your life force energy, and that is how you come into full health. So, yeah, also, sorry, I'm Grace.
Hi, I'm Melania.
Hi guys, it's Nick.
And what do you guys feel about, in regards to chakras functioning all together? Like, what is the importance of not just focusing on one chakra, but really encompassing the healing journey of working on all of your chakras? Any thoughts?
Yeah, like Grace said, your chakras, most people on the planet, they're all closed, okay? So if your chakras are closed and not communicating and the axial lines running up your vertical, section of your body is all closed down, then you don't have very much life force flowing through your body. And that's a big issue, like Grace said, when it comes to healing. If you have any diseases, this is all caused by blockages in your chakras, in the energy system. That's kind of the bridge between the physical and your spiritual bodies, right? So if we clear out these blockages, we can then start to have all this beautiful life force, love, energy running through your body, and that's going to heal you as well. It'll heal the higher chakras, so it's really cool to start focusing on the lower chakras if you're having a lot of health issues, if you feel energetically stuck in your life and you have a lot of bad shit happen to you. Let's focus on getting, the base foundation, root chakra, etc. started to really heal that, and then we're gonna see that life force be able to start flowing up into all of the chakras, and you'll regain that openness throughout your whole system. Yeah.
You have your chakras all in line. You know that you can be the best person, not just for yourself, but also for the people around you. We've been talking about that ripple effect and how we are also changing other people's opinions and lives too. So it's cool.
And I feel I don't know, the chakras can go so deep, but when your chakras are functioning and spinning and they're open, you're literally pulling dead energy out of your body and pulling miasma out of your body, because the chakras in some way are literally how it spins, and it imagine it just pulling out darkness and shoving it out. It's kind of like a cleaning system. If your chakras are open and functioning, if all of them are open and functioning, you are in pretty direct.
Sorry guys, it's very hot here, so we've got all the windows open right now.
If all of them are open and functioning, then you have a direct line of energy that takes you all the way up to your higher self, your avatar, and then source creational light, which is how we are meant to be functioning. So you start small, work on the basics, the root, of course, is fundamental. You need to be working on that. Even if you've been doing 8 years of healing work on your root chakra still. Like, you're never gonna not be. I think it's kind of, some people reach a point where it's like, oh, I'm at a place where I don't have to do as much work all of the time. But as a human on this planet, in this density, in this collective, we're not just healing ourselves, but we're healing, a lot of energy for everybody. So start small, work on the basics. And then once all of them are open and aligned, you are, in your organic self, which is really exciting because we're not meant to be so bombarded with illness and all of this stuff, which is what happens when the chakras are blocked. And do we want to we're gonna quickly go over what are the chakras, because obviously we did a lot of videos on that, but if you haven't seen those, I highly recommend you go watch those. But if you just want a quick recap, we went over the 7 chakras, so I'll talk about the first 2, and then maybe we'll go down the line and I'll kind of share quick opinions on what the chakras are. So the first one's root, and the root is foundational. So it's like a tree. Think of the root grounding into the earth. That is what the root chakra does for the human. We come to this planet in this density, and it's very intense when we're coming from a higher dimensional plane, from, being angelics, being higher dimensional beings. We come to this planet, and sometimes it's hard to be here. But when we ground and we use our root to really access this reality, and the safety that is, in this reality, through the root, then we can function and feel safe and trust and have all of this, all of this anxiety and depression and trauma alleviated in some sense. And then the sacral as well, creational energy, abundance, sexuality, your connection to others, your divine connection to yourself, the womb. There's so much that goes into it. So again, I highly recommend you watch the full-length videos. That's a quick recap on those 2. Do you want to talk about solar?
Yes. So the solar plexus is sort of situated here in the stomach area. It's responsible for your confidence, your self-esteem, feeling in control of your life. So it's also like personal power, fear, or anxieties that you might have. Solar plexus. What about the heart?
Ooh.
The heart. So located in the middle of the chest, like you might think. Just your compassion and the way that you show your love, just being open. That all comes from the heart.
Beautiful. Yeah, then we have the throat chakra, guys. Obviously it's linked into the vocal cords, your voice. Okay, so your confidence, like she was saying, comes from, the solar plexus, and then your love. And then if you're able to know yourself at a deep level, you'll be able to speak confidently your truth into reality, and the truth of who you are into reality to others, right? So really important to heal these lower ones, because the throat wounding is usually connected down into the sacral or the solar plexus for sure, okay? All runs down into there. So healing all this up is going to help you be able to just speak who you are freely and not have anxiety about, you know, what to say and what not to say, people pleasing, and all of that can be the negative side of the throat chakra, right? Then we move up to the third eye. The third eye is really cool. It's your connection to your spiritual bodies, right? Your first kind of like big connection into your multidimensionality, multidimensional sight, obviously through the pineal gland. And that comes with a lot of like trust training, as well as working through a lot of those fears of seeing what's out there, especially on our planet. And feeling safe, which is always, again, going to come from lower first, and then once this is all healed up, the fear in the root chakra and lower, right, and all of these spaces is healed up, then our third eye is going to come online. Okay, but we have to do the foundational healing first. And then the crown chakra is really fun, because that, if we open that baby up, that's when you're just like really tapped into your soul. You can feel your soul self, you can feel your guides, right, your soul family around you, and you can communicate through that space once it's open. Okay, if the crown chakra is closed, which for a lot of people it is, there's just so many layers of density and targeting and implantation and all of this stuff in the fields around the crown chakra. Once we get all of that cleared up multidimensionally, you can really open that crown chakra and like feel the like true essence of who you are on all of these layers and levels. So, yeah. Right? Then you can go bathe in heaven, like she calls it. So sweaty. Anyways, but yeah, guys, the chakra system is like important to understand, because each chakra, like we've said in the past ones, holds a dimensional layer, right? They have dimensional layers and they go really deep. We can do a lot of healing work within each one. And then in the end become this like whole being where the whole system is working together instead of in like fragmented, separate parts, which is how it is when we've got a lot of blockages and moving. So we want to work as one unified field again. And that comes with the wound healing in each chakra. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if you can help it, start at the root, don't start up here, because I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
And then you kind of, you could get really heady, or you're just not grounded, and that can cause, we talked a lot too about like entities, maybe negative things that can happen in the spiritual community. It's not all love and light all the time, and when you're opening these higher dimensional access points, you're at risk, if you're not grounded, of receiving some maybe unpleasant things. So make sure that you're working from the ground up, and then you'll be really safe in your body, and you'll be confident, because you'll know yourself so well, and you'll know that you're safe in your reality plane and all of that stuff. So, yeah. Any final notes, everybody?
No, I think that's it. Yeah.
Love you guys.
Love you guys, and we're so excited to move forward from the chakras now. Thank you to all of you who were along for the whole ride, and if you haven't seen all the chakra videos, definitely go back and start at the root chakra like Grace said. But yeah, we're excited for what comes next.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you guys.